Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation time to get away.
Woof. I'm wearing my naughty secretary look and it's making me think about summer vacation. And so is this makeup look. Let's get into it. Hello, Champagne Dreamers. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, I don't know how you found me, but welcome. Stick around. Hit that subscribe button. Become part of the fam. I am Janessa J. Champagne. I am North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And for today's video, we have a very special, very fabulous Get Ratchet with me. We are doing a summer vacation look. We are doing beautiful tropical colors using a fabulous new collection from Trixie Cosmetics. So if you're excited to see me put that look together, then stick around because we're getting into it right now.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like you're my personal Illuminati. I know that some might say that I am just a bad girl, but if you treat me right, I will be the best girl in this whole world. No, I'm not gonna fight. I got my hands on your body.
That's right, we are creating a brand new tropical look. Now, if you want to see this look, this vampy, naughty secretary kind of look, you can go to the live tab on my channel. This is from the very end of June. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but Dion and I, my friend Dion from Makeup by Dion loves makeup. I will make sure that she is tagged down below, but she is my frequent collaborator, and we did a dual live stream collab for Pride, where we did Pride Palette Bingo. And from Palette Bingo, we picked 6 shades. I used the Blends updated, restocked, volume 2, masterclass, whatever you want to call it. The new Blends palette from Blend Bunny, and I created this vampy look. So I will make sure that I link that in the cards if you want to check that out, or you can check it out down in the description box. But for today, we are playing with the new Trixie Air collection. So there is a palette, there's a lip gloss, and there is a blush, and we are creating a beautiful, fun, summery, very Malibu Barbie, very much California dreamin'. So if you want to check that out, we are going to be back in just a few seconds with Potato Face Serial Killer. We'll be back to start that Get Ratchet with me in 3, 2, 1. Yes, here we are. Here's my face, Potato Face Serial Killer, welcoming you to this Get Ratchet with me. And we are doing summer makeup. I'm super excited. I've got some new products that are new for summer that I want to try out. But let's talk about what is already on this potato face. For primers, I love a good double prime, and so I started with 2 primers from Hard Candy. First, I went in with the Blur On Lock primer, and then the Sweat On Lock primer. I've been wanting to try these for a while because I do like Hard Candy products. There's a lot from the brand that I really, really like. Now, I don't know. I need to keep playing with these. I don't know if it was the way that I applied them. I don't know if I didn't wait long enough. I put this one on first, and then when I put this one on, it really pilled up. I had to wipe over my whole face with a makeup eraser to get all of the little lumpy bits off. It was not very good. I don't know if that's how this reacts. I should use it by itself to see how that goes. This is my first time using both of these. I don't know if I didn't let this one set long enough. I did wait like a minute or so. I don't know if I needed to let it sink in longer. I don't know if these two just don't work well together. I'm going to have to play around more and see what works. But I did like the way that the foundation laid over it once I got it tamed down, but having to wipe all the little like pilled primer off of my face was not good. Then for foundation, I went in with the REM Beauty foundation, and I love playing with this. I love the way it lays down. I don't love this packaging. It keeps spitting at me and I can't figure out how to open it. So I have to keep kind of just shaking more down to the bottom and then spray it until it spits and then shake more down to the bottom. It's not great. I don't love it. But I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. I do like the finish. And speaking of finish, of course, this is summer. I want to have a little bit of glow. So I mixed in the Urban Decay Face Bond Luminizer in Silver Lake. This is my favorite shade of this. I am at least halfway done. It's all shaken up now, so it's coating the bottle, but this is at least halfway done. I do have a backup already ready to go because I have been using this a lot. For concealer, an oldie but a goodie, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And then for contour, I went in with a couple newer to me products from Morphe. I started by using the cream bronzer stick in Sudden Heat, and then added the powder bronzer from the Cheek Thrills duo Tulum Trip. Now I just have to add a little bit of Ulta Matte Eye Primer and we'll be ready to go. All right, I have a brand new palette that I'm very excited to play with. I'm sure you saw it in the title. The Trixie Air palette from Trixie Cosmetics. This color story is perfect for summer. We've got these beautiful red, orange, coral. We've got a little bit of yellow. We've got some oceany blues. We've got this little pop of green. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the like orangey corals, and then I'm going to go into the blue. So we're going to do kind of orange into blue. And then I think I'm going to use the yellow as a pop of color in the inner corner. And we may find a use for that green. We know I love to try to find a way to use green. So we'll see if we can find a way. I'm very excited to play with this. It's going to be very light and tropical and fun. I'm going to start with this shade, Soft Landing. Now this is a pale peachy kind of color. It does have some shimmer in it, a little bit of glitter that's suspended in the matte, but I'm going to use this to start sketching out the eye shape because I think I'm going to buff this on the edge and then we're going to go in with a darker, brighter, more vivid color. This is almost impossible to see. This is a very nudie, little bit of a highlight color on me, and I'm sure with the way it's blown out, I've been playing with color correction, and so I'm going to see if I can get this to a more true to color. I did try to adjust the lighting and the camera a little bit to kind of help, but we'll see what I can do, what kind of magic I can do. I appreciate your patience as I'm playing with all of this, but this is a very nude bone color on me. I'm going to go in with some orange. This is the shade First Class. This is a beautiful bright orange. I'm going to go ahead and start putting that underneath where I put the bone color, and I'm going to start building the shape again. And then at some point, I'll probably take a fluffy brush and I'll go back into Soft Landing and I will go ahead and buff on the edge just to kind of give it a little bit more of a diffused look. All right, so I wanted to take that pretty far because with the other shades we have in the palette, I want to fade it into blue, but this blue matte is the only matte that's blue. It's window seat, and so the darkest blue is a shimmer. So we're going to use that on the lower part of the eye to kind of get some depth with a shimmer. But in terms of like sketching like I like to do with the mattes, I've really only got the one option. All right, so I've got the shape and I wanted to bring the blue down a little bit. Again, I want these to kind of blend together. So now I'm going to go back into first class and I am going to just kind of zhuzh up that orangey red color a little bit. All right, now for shimmers. We have 4 shimmers that I want to play with. We are going to start here with Carry On, and then we're going to go into Mimosa Flight, and then I'm going to put Passport Princess on the outer part of the eye. And then we've got this Emotional Baggage. I'm going to try to use that to kind of blend them a little bit. And so I'm going to start with those 3 and then try to work in a little bit of this one. That went on. It's a little bit chunkalicious, so maybe I will spray it. I think that might help. This brush may not be ideal, but I wanted something a little bit firmer so that I had a little bit more control. We'll see if I switch it up. I don't know if it's just that I haven't used a Trixie palette for a while. This is not reminding me of what I remember of the Trixie formula. The mattes feel a little bit drier, a little bit powderier, not as like easy to work with. And I feel like the shimmer, there's more metallic niceness to it, but it doesn't feel as nice to use and to blend. It feels more of like these chunky kind of shades. I think with the next shade, maybe I'll just try to finger bang it onto my eye and see if that helps. This is beautiful. I love the way it looks, but it did not go on well. So now we're going to finger bang some Mimosa Flight and see how that goes. Those blend beautifully together. Those 2 colors together are gorgeous. I don't love finger application. I'm not here for it. I'm not a fan, but those do look beautiful together. So now let's move on to the blues. So we're going to start with Passport Princess, and I'm going to build that in the outer corner and start moving up, and the Emotional Baggage shade we'll use to kind of lightly blend between the 2. And I'm going back to a brush. Now this one feels like more of what I expect from a typical Trixie shimmer. And this is beautiful because this has some shine to it, but it's not super metallic. So I think it's going to work to kind of darken the outer corner while still having a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of light. This is a summer vibes, right? So it's okay if we're not smoky and dark and vampy. It's deepening it and giving some dimension without just being a matte shade. And now, Emotional Baggage, relatable content. Yeah, I really like that. That now, it takes away that sort of paint by number situation that we had. We still have kind of like it goes orange and then into blue, but it's got a little bit of a softer transition than it was just that blocky dark shade. And so now I'm going to take a fluffier brush and I'm going to go back into that very first shade that we used. Soft Landing, this kind of peachy bone shade that's got a little bit of glitter. And I'm just going to buff that around the whole shape, all the way out to the side, and just so that we get a little bit of diffusion. There, you can see how that just gives it kind of a hazy edge. I mean, we're on vacation, we're on the beach, we've had a couple Mai Tais, things are getting a little hazy. All right, now we're going to use this yellow shade Bottoms Up, Vacation Indeed. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner, and then we might do some green into blue on the lower lash line. All right, I love that. That is definitely adding to the tropical vibes. Now we're going to add a little bit of green. Who's surprised? This green shade, Air Sickening, I'm going to go ahead and take that along most of the lower lash line. All right, now a little bit more of Passport Princess just to connect the outer part of the upper lid to this lower lash line. All right, I am liking that. So now we are going to take a little pause. I'm going to add brow shapes. I'm going to add mascara and lashes and clean up some fallout. This is a very powdery palette. These mattes, like I said, not what I'm used to with Trixie, and I got a lot of fallout. So we're going to clean some of that up and we'll be right back. My eyelash glue, look at that. Look at that. It's still coated in color leaf paper from when Dion and I did our Pride looks live on her channel. Definitely check out our collab Do a Live right here. If you missed it during Pride, we did some fabulous rainbow looks. But yeah, this color leaf will never leave me. It is my curse forever. Somehow it's worse than glitter. All right, so we are back. I am wearing some Lash Princess from Essence. I've got some Blend Bunny lashes in Wicked, and I've done my Glisten Wet Liner brow shapes. And now we're going to go ahead and add some of the shadow from the Trixie Air palette just to ombre them up, to shimmer them up. You know, I can't stay away. We're going to start with Passport Princess, and I'm going to go over pretty much the entire brow with this. Next, we'll do a little bit of Emotional Baggage to give us an ombre. There we go. I was going to add maybe some green just to mirror the lower lash line, but you know what? I think I like it as is. Or do I? Do I need some green? I think we need some green. Never doubt the need for a little pop of green. I think that's gorgeous. I love it. I think it mixes perfectly with the blues. All right, now onto the cheeks. Since we've been playing with a little bit of Morphe, let's grab one of the Cheek Thrills trios in Cabana Club. And I think I'm going to start with this cream blush, and then this kind of shimmer cream blush I'm going to put over that. We're going to start with that, and then we may bring some peachy colored blush in as well. All right, there we go. I like those two colors together. They're very fun. It was very red. I was like, you know what? Let's go for kind of a sunburnt sort of moment. Now, I am going to use the Trixie blush with this as well because I almost forgot. I was so excited to pull out the Morphe that I almost forgot that the Trixie collection had a blush called Golden Hour, which is like a corally peach. I think it's going to blend in beautifully with these. Now, I am going to go over the face. I do want the shimmer because I don't know if I'm going to use a highlight. I mean, I probably will because I'm a monster, but I may just allow this to be kind of a blush topper highlighter and just leave that as the highlighter. Who am I? I used to pack on highlighter by the pound. And now I'm like, you know what? Maybe we'll be a little bit softer. We'll just let this be the golden glow. But I'm going to go ahead and go over my face with an Hourglass palette with some setting powder, some illuminating finishing powder to kind of finish up the look, get this all kind of set the way that it is, and then add some of this so that the shimmer doesn't get tamped down by that Hourglass powder. And this is the Infinity Powder finishing powder from Hourglass. This is from a holiday palette that's quite a few years old. I've actually hit, I mean, not really pan, I guess the little clay thing that they bake it on because these are baked powders, but I've actually hit the base here. I love this powder. I'm going to be so sad when it's gone. I don't know what I was thinking. That brush was way too dense, and I got a little bit of, this will get covered up by the Trixie blush, but we're going to grab a fluffier brush. Beautiful, glowy, still a little bit sunburned, but now we're ready for that Trixie blush. Again, this is the shade Golden Hour. Perfect, sun-kissed, doll-like. I love it. I am going to find a lip color. I'm going to put down a liquid lipstick because we've got a filming day. I've got to wear this for a while, but there is a gloss in the Trixie collection that we will top it with. So I'm going to go find a liquid lipstick and I'll be right back. All right, so I did a basic lip look, and what I did was I started with the Anastasia Beverly Hills liner in Chai and followed it up with an old Jaclyn Hill liquid lipstick in Sugar. This is from that strawberry collection from a few years ago. Don't judge me, we've all got expired makeup laying around in our collections. And then I did the Kevyn Aucoin trick where I powdered it with the NYX Wonder Snatch powder. And then I did a second layer and then powdered it again. And now we're going to add the Trixie gloss. So this is the gloss that came with the collection. It's called So Fly. It's a beautiful orangey peachy coral with some gold. And I'm excited. I think it's really going to amp up this lip look. I love this. It does have a little bit of a scent. I can't remember what she said it was. I know the Tubby Custard was watermelon. This is different. I don't know if it's kind of citrusy. I should maybe try to look it up, but to me, it smells kind of citrusy. All right, I'm gonna go throw on some drag, throw on a wig, and I'll be right back. All right, so here is the finished look. Not finished with the nails. That'll come later. It's going to be a long day. But what do we think? I am loving this. It's very Malibu Barbie. It's very summer vacation. I am liking the way that it came out. I love all of these like golden peachy colors, little hints of coral and pink. And then of course we've got those oceany blues. I love it. I'm pretty excited about how this all came together. What do we think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. In terms of the Trixie Air collection, I've been a Trixie fan for a long time. I have a lot of Trixie palettes. If you haven't seen my Thunderdome, then definitely check out this video here. Although these are older palettes, I haven't done this in a while, so there's a lot of new releases that are not covered. But I have to say that this one did not strike me as being quite the same quality. I don't think it's a drastic reduction in quality. I think that the mattes are a little bit more powdery. They're not quite as silky. There was a lot more fallout than I usually get. There isn't a creaminess to them. They're a little bit drier. The shimmers, I'm glad that they're branching out and trying other shimmer formulas, but they're not quite there yet. So I've always thought of Trixie's shimmers as being those really good, but more like your traditional satin shimmers that have a little bit of extra oomph to them. When you compare them to like the satin shimmers, they really stand out. Now, some of these shimmers have a little bit more of a metallic feel, which is great, but they don't stand up against some of the other great indie brands that have started doing these more metallics, like Blend Bunny. Like they're kind of trying to be a metallic like a Blend Bunny, but they're a little bit too flaky, a little bit too finicky to work with. They're not bad. I still love them. I think this look is beautiful. It just took a little bit more work to get here than what I'm used to with Trixie Cosmetics. So that's kind of my only gripe with this, is that it seems to be a different formula. I'm glad they're expanding. I'm glad they're trying new things, but I don't think that we're quite there yet. Now, the gloss is gorgeous. I do love this gloss. The blush is beautiful. The blush is easily my favorite of the three pieces. I love the glow on this cheek. It's a blush, it's a highlighter, it's a blush lighter, it's a Heischer. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what its couple name is. It feels like it's equivalent to a blush and highlighter. I don't feel naked not having highlighter on these cheeks with how beautiful this beautiful glowy blush is. So I'm a big fan of this. Now, like I said, I'm hoping for future releases we see, more of that traditional Trixie quality. But overall, this is not bad. This is a good collection. It's fun, it's summery, and I like it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Trixie Air collection, on any of these Morphe products that we tried, this lip combo. Let me know what you thought. While you are down there, don't forget that you can give me that thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated the video. Or if you are like, girl, why are you bitching about Trixie's quality? She is a queen. She is the icon. She is the moment. Then go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and become part of the family, and hit that bell icon and set it to all notifications so you find out every time I do an upload. I try really hard to make sure I have at least one upload or live per week. And if you include lives, I usually go live several times per week. And you know what? With videos, sometimes if you're lucky, if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, Trixie-tastic. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website, The World of Champagne, at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming on this little journey. Let me know in the comments what you think about my experiments with color correction and how I've tried to adjust the lighting and the camera. Let me know if you think it's an improvement from our last Get Ratchet With Me. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm always working to improve. I know sometimes there's a jump up or down in quality depending on how I'm recording, where I'm recording, but I'm always trying to make improvements. I'm always trying to learn new skills. So I hope that you like it. I hope you appreciate it. And until I see you again, bye. It's all shaken up now, so it's coating the jar. The Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I started by using the cream bronzer stick in... I started by using the Sudden... Ugh. And then I think I'm going to use the yellow as a pop of color. So now I'm going to go back into Window Seat. So now we're going to finger bang some Melos. So we're going to start with Passport Princess. Eyeshadow on the eyes. Don't love it. Don't love it. I've got some Blend Bunny eyeshadow. This is from a holiday palette. Excuse me. Pretty girl. All right, here is the finished look. I am loving it. So let's see. Let's actually get this mop on. The World of... I should have a ring on for that, right?